Hi everyone, this is Tamra Sylvester with Awareness Speaks, and today I am going to discuss the upcoming lunar eclipse that is happening today, the 27th of July 2018. And I will try to keep it brief, but a lot of people get a little nervous during an eclipse. The reason being, especially with this eclipse, it is taking place in the sign of Aquarius. And the sign of Aquarius in general can be a little nervous. A lunar eclipse has to do with your emotions. So when we experience any type of eclipse, you can feel more emotions, even if it's a solar eclipse. It may not be to the degree, definitely, as a lunar eclipse, because a lunar eclipse is more about the emotions, and a solar eclipse is all about new beginnings and projecting new ideas out into the world. A lunar eclipse is about everything coming to a fruition and coming to a head. This lunar eclipse is especially strong. It's the longest one of the century. It's going to last an hour and 23 minutes. So depending where you live, in most of the US, you will not be able to see it, except I think in the southern portion of the US, you may be able to see it. But otherwise, most of Europe, I think South America may be able to see it, Africa, parts of Asia. So just check your local information to see as to where and what time the eclipse will be taking place. So every time there is an eclipse, we can expect the unexpected. Especially with this eclipse, there is a lot of information that is going to come to the surface, whether it's personally or collectively. So you can see as well in the US and other parts of the world, in politics, a lot of information is beginning to come to a head. This in general, a lunar eclipse usually does that because it is shining a light on the hidden. A lot of times our emotions, everything that's underneath is coming up. So that's secrets as well. So during this eclipse, we're going to experience 6 signs or 6 planets in what we called fixed signs. What this means is when you have the fixed energy, there can be opportunities because fixed signs are very fixed in their way and they can be very focused in what they want to do. So right now, some of you may experience a personal breakthrough. During eclipses, you can have endings, completions, new awarenesses of things that you could not see before. Information could come from outside sources and expect it through strange situations. Maybe it'll be a stranger, maybe it'll be through a friend of a friend, or it could be from something random. So just expect the unexpected. You can receive a lot of energy from this eclipse. So begin to feel the forcefulness of the energy, and you can become strong with it. But everything is about balanced. The difficulty with fixed signs is they don't want to see another point of view. They're very fixed in their opinions. They're very fixed and rigid in the way that they see things. So bring some balance. If you're someone who isn't very flexible, this is a great time to look at yourself and say, okay, where could I be more flexible? What do my friends, what do my family say? What do my coworkers say? That I'm very difficult, I'm a very difficult person to deal with, or very inflexible with your opinions. So this is a great time to look at yourself with these energies. Since it's in the sign of Aquarius, you may also want to get in touch with friends who you haven't talked to in a while, groups, organizations, maybe go back to see someone who you haven't seen in a while. And since this is also, the sun is in Leo while we are experiencing this. Leo is all about the inner child. It's about our children. It's about creativity. It's about being on stage. It's about shining your light. As you can see, the sign of Leo is the pivotal point in the summertime, where the sun is at its brightest, where everything is shining at a whole nother level. So you bring these two energies together and you create a balance between the two of them. We are also experiencing retrogrades, especially with Mercury, which has gone retrograde on the 26th of July, which was yesterday. And some places it could be today, depending where you live. So during a Mercury retrograde, you just want to pay more attention to your communication style. There is going to be a lot of energy in the air, so be careful of what you say. Be careful of the information you take in. This is not to bring you fear, it's just to bring awareness. Mercury rules communication, it rules motor vehicles and electronics, transportation, it rules the mind. And in general, Mercury rules the signs of Gemini and Virgo. So Geminis and Virgo, along with Leo and Aquarius, need to pay a little bit more attention to this energy. Also Taurus and Scorpio as well, but the main signs are Leo and Aquarius, as well as Gemini and Virgo. Gemini really rules this house of communication. So the Geminis in particular have to be very careful during these Mercury retrogrades, because especially with this one, with the Aquarius energy, there could be nervous energy that go along with these signs. So if you're getting information, outside information, be careful not to be too reactive. Sorry about that. Not to be too reactive, and don't jump to conclusions, especially during these eclipses, because the emotions will be more detached because it is in the sign of Aquarius, but at the same at the same time, the sun is in Leo, and that's a fiery energy. So we may be feeling a little more dramatic because Leo can be more dramatic. So just pay attention to that, and make sure the information that you're taking in is not an impulsive reaction that you do when you receive information. Because when you're receiving information, especially during this retrograde, the interpretation of information could be different, and whoever is the person giving the information and the receiver, there could be mix-up. So just pay attention, just be aware, and don't jump to conclusions. There should be some breakthroughs during this time, but it will be for certain people who have certain angles in their chart. And if you know your chart, just take a few minutes to glance at it and see where this Leo and Aquarius and Scorpio and Taurus energy is in your chart. And also the Gemini and Virgo energy for the retrograde. Another retrograde is Mars, the planet of action. So this is why some people could be feeling like they're in the mud. They can't get going. This eclipse may open things up, but at the same time, it may not be going at the pace that you want it to go. Mars is all about action, and it's in the sign of Aquarius, so it's going to be very close to this lunar eclipse, and we should be able to see Mars actually tonight because it's what you call conjunct. So we could see, it'll be interesting to see in the next week to 2 weeks, because this energy, it actually lasts up to 6 months, but within the next couple days in a week, people may all of a sudden get information, may have an opening, an opportunity, but you must be aware, take extra precaution and extra awareness when you receive information because of these retrogrades. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. So I'm not sure if I mentioned that this is a blood moon. So we will see a reddish tint to the moon because the light is being refracted from the Earth's atmosphere. So you may see a little reddish orange tint to the moon. Let's see. So be prepared for shifts, changes, patterns. Because of these retrogrades, it may be a few months, but there may be openings for other people. Just use extra awareness. And because this is in the signs of Aquarius and Leo, the energy, like I said, could be a little bit more detached. Look at the inner child, look at the balance, your heart center, your creative juices. Have you been tapping into your creativity? Go into something, into the woods, into beauty during this time, because Leo is all about beauty. And we're also going to be having what you call a trine, where we have some earth energy, Pluto in Capricorn, and Venus is in the sign of Virgo as well. So something may materialize because these earth signs, there's 3 planets in earth signs. So some of you may get unexpected news with finances. So depending where this is in your chart, anything could happen. So if there are feelings coming up, this is a great time to release. The moon is full. It's our emotions. It's a great time to breathe through the emotions. Allow for the release. Observe the feelings. Don't give them power. You can recognize them and observe them, but giving them power and getting into chaos only makes the energy more difficult. So you want to pay attention to that. Okay, I think I am going to leave it at that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you want to learn more about me, you can check out my website at awareness-speaks.com. I am a personal and spiritual awareness coach, as well as a holistic counselor, and I consult in astrology and numerology, as well as channel energy for emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental healing. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video and it's been somewhat informative. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.